Myanmar Spring Chronicle, September 30th, MoeMaKa, October 1st, 2024. The Pa-O people's military strength in their self-administered region. The Pa-O Self-Administered Region, covering Hopong, Hsiseng, and Pinlaung townships in southern Shan State, is under the control of the Pa-O National Organization, Pa-O National Army, PNO/PNA, led by U Aung Kham Hti. Their armed forces have reportedly reached tens of thousands in strength. The military junta has also allied with them, conducting military operations in the region. This alliance aims to prevent the Pa-O armed groups and other organizations from gaining control of the area and continuing their opposition to both the junta and PDF People's Defense Forces. The Pa-O armed resistance traces its origins to the 1960s, and today's PNO-PNA emerged after the 1988 coup when they agreed to a ceasefire with the then military regime, SLRC. Since that time, they have maintained a peace agreement, which allowed them to focus on regional development while continuing to expand their own economic ventures and sustain their military. The Pa-O leadership engaged in various economic activities, such as resource extraction and foreign trade permits, often selling motor vehicle import licenses. In southern Shan State, other ethnic armed groups and their counterparts in Kachin State operated jade mining companies or participated in mineral extraction and exports. The PNO-PNA, led by U Aung Kham Hti, was also involved in such businesses, notably through the Ruby Dragon Company, owned by second-in-command U Nang Tun. Before the 2010 election, the PNO-PNA transformed into a border guard force, BGF. Following the 2021 military coup, clashes resumed between ethnic armed groups and the junta in southern Shan State, and new armed groups like the PDF emerged. During this period, the PNO-PNA strengthened their alliance with the junta. However, they have also clashed with other ethnic armed groups, including the Karenni Forces, KNDF, and the Pa-O National Liberation Organization, PNLO, led by Kun Thu Rain, as well as with newly formed armed groups from Karenni State. Recently, the PNO-PNA has been actively recruiting in the Pa-O region, increasing their militia to tens of thousands of soldiers. In August, they held a military training graduation ceremony in Nong Thaya, Pinlaung Township, where around 10,000 new soldiers were presented. By the end of September, during another graduation ceremony, reports surfaced that their military strength had grown to over 20,000. The PNO-PNA stated that this training took place in the security zone of Special Region 6 and involved more than 20,000 soldiers. Even if their numbers don't reach the full 20,000, the force of over 10,000 soldiers is significant for a region like southern Shan State. Questions remain about how they will equip these soldiers, as there has been no indication that all trainees have been fully armed yet. However, the PNO-PNA seems prepared to mobilize and recruit tens of thousands of young people for future confrontations, which presents a challenge for other armed groups operating in the region. In southern and eastern Shan State, there are currently at least 5 or 6 PDF battalions and no fewer than 5 ethnic armed groups active, while some townships have their own local PDF groups. The Pa-O Self-Administered Region, including Pinlaung, Hopong, and Hsiseng townships, is strategically significant as it lies between Karenni territory and the eastern and southern parts of Shan State, connecting them to Naypyidaw. This makes it a critical area, both strategically and militarily. The military junta is likely aware of this, which explains why the PNO-PNA has become an essential ally. Given the current circumstances, the junta seems to be in a position where they cannot afford to lose the support of the PNO-PNA and may have to comply with their demands to maintain this alliance.